Welcome to Tips from the Top with me, Jo Parry. Today, I've come to Shap Endowed Church of England Primary School in Cumbria. This is one of the top performing primary schools in the county. In this video, Lois Whittaker, head teacher, shares her top tips for effective question and answer sessions. I think more and more nowadays you're having to present things to different bodies of people, your staff, parents, etc. And I feel quite strongly that the Q&A is key.
Well, I think preparation is the key word. You've got to anticipate the kind of questions that you might be asked. And one way of doing that is to put yourself in the place of the audience, look through the material carefully, and then prepare some answers as well.
Do you have an idea in your... in your vast experience of this, of the different types of people you might have in that audience?
In most audiences, you do get a range of types of people who are going to have different responses to anything that you've told them.
What about that reticent person in the audience who's maybe muttering under their breath? What's your view on how you would deal with them?
If there are some people there that are maybe muttering under their breath, in a way I might ask the question for them. And so I might say, I can see some of you are looking rather worried. I wonder whether you're asking this, and then answer it. And then sometimes that does seem to enable those people to then do a follow-up question. Yes.
And they feel involved there, don't they? Yes.
They do feel involved. Yes.
What about that angry response? You're bringing something to your staff or your parents or whoever, and actually that's made somebody very angry.
If you do get an angry response, sometimes totally understandable but still angry, actually just to move position yourself, it gives you time to think, it diffuses the situation, and in a very unusual way you become a different person because you've moved.
Oh wow.
Then to answer is more effective.
So you'd actually physically move to one side?
Yes, I would move from one position to another, not too far, but in walking you have a chance to think about what you're going to say, and you, in a strange way, become a different person than the person who made the comment on the other side of the room.
I'm going to use that. Now, what about the sort of put down, that flippant comment that there's no positivity about, there's no response to? How do you deal with those ones?
Again, a little bit of body of language works there. First of all, you thank them for the comment, which slightly disarms the whole situation.
Yes.
Then you can actually do something with your hands. You can bring your hands together as though you're gathering in their comment, and then very subtly just put them out like that, and the audience subconsciously realise you've thrown their comment away.
Wow, these are fantastic. Lois, some fantastic tips and some I'm really going to take away with me, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Firstly, think about, as you go through your presentation, what questions might be asked, and then jot yourself down an answer that you're going to use as an aide-memoire. You'll feel really confident then, because you know you will have an idea of what's coming at you. Secondly, think of your audience. If you know your audience and you know what people's interests or frustrations are, you probably can gauge what sort of questions are going to come up from your presentation. Have that in mind, don't ignore that. That knowledge is real gold. You can make some really good responses if you've got an idea of what questions are going to be asked. And then there's always a little bit of a gap when you ask for questions after a presentation. Well, if you get over that silence by cheating, I suppose, by placing a question in the audience for somebody to ask, just starts the ball rolling, making people feel comfortable. And that rounds off your presentation beautifully.